Hey guys, it's ToProForuGames or Adam. Welcome back to some more Black Ops 3 Zombies, and today we're going to be starting a short little series called the Pros and Cons series. And this series is just going to be about the 4 upgraded bows on Eisendrache, and I'll be talking about the pros and the cons for each of the 4 bows. Now, I did not come up with this idea myself. I actually saw another YouTuber by the name of Avery. I'll have a link in the description to his channel. I saw him do this and I thought it was an amazing idea and I wanted to do it myself, so I asked him if I could do this series on my channel, and he did give me permission to do it. So if you guys do want to check out his channel, again, there's a link in the description. Go subscribe to him. He does tons of zombie content and probably one of the best Easter egg guides I have ever seen, so go subscribe to him. There's a link in the description. And today we are going to be starting off with the skull bow. So we're going to start off by talking about some of the advantages or the pros of actually using the skull bow. And the first thing I have on my list is that it blinds the Panzer, which is really nice because it makes the Panzer just stand in place for a good couple of seconds, and you can go up to the Panzer with your haymaker or whatever gun you have and kill him right away. So getting that Panzer to kind of get distracted almost and just stand there is a really nice thing to have. The next pro I have is it is always available. Honestly guys, if you go into a public match especially, no one's going to be going for the skull bow, so this thing is always available. Or if you're playing with your friends, you say, hey, I want the skull bow, you know, no one else is gonna argue with you. So this bow is always available, and you can most likely always have this bow if you want it. The upgraded tack has some amazing range. That's the one thing that I personally really like about this skull bow is you can shoot it and those skulls will fly around and they will go a good distance, and you don't have to worry about anything. They'll just fly around, they'll do their thing, and they'll kill zombies for you. And just that attack, like, it will go halfway across the 0G room or across the entire 0G room just to kill some zombies for you. So your shots really are never wasted. One interesting thing about this bow is that the single shot, not the charged shot, but just that single shot, spawns in 2 skulls, and it will kill a zombie with 1 shot on any round, which I don't think any other bow actually can do. So you have that going for you. Also, this bow is great for reviving people because you can go ahead and spam a couple of shots of this. Those skulls will kind of float around for a second, then they'll start attacking the zombies, and the zombies will just kind of stand there in place. And if you shoot a couple of shots, you'll have a good amount of skulls flying around, and it will give you a good amount of time to revive how many players you need to revive who are down in your game. So I think one of the most annoying things about this bow was the upgrade process. It was really easy, but at the same time it took a really long time just because collecting those symbols took literally forever. Like, it could take you 6 to 8 rounds just to collect those symbols, and that was absolutely ridiculous. But with the recent 1.08 patch, they made a lot of improvements to this upgrade process, making it easier and even faster. So one thing they did is the drop rate for the symbols has been increased, so you can do it instead of 6 to 8 rounds now, you could probably do it in 2 to 3 rounds, like 3 rounds at most. It's incredibly quick, and on top of that, you actually don't need all of the symbols to complete this step. All you need is the symbols to complete his name. And speaking of his name, there have been subtitles added to the bottom of your screen whenever you shoot the urn to figure out what knights you have to go up to in the power room to figure out what his name is, because a lot of people couldn't hear him and they had no idea what they had to do. So they've added subtitles at the bottom of the screen just to make this upgrade process that much easier. So those are the pros. Now it's time to talk about some of the cons, and the first thing I have on my list is the attack delay, if you want to call it that. Whenever you shoot this bow and that purple portal kind of appears, the skulls come out of it, the time from shooting the bow to the zombies dying, it's a massive delay. It's no unlike any other bow. It takes so long just for the zombies to even stop moving and not attack you, and that can really screw you over, and that actually makes you waste a lot of ammo, because if you get cornered or something, you have to shoot multiple shots of this just to get out of a situation. With like the lightning bow, you shoot one shot and it's fine. It will literally stun all the zombies, and other bows, it just stuns the zombies in place immediately, but this bow, it just takes so long to have the zombies die or just stop in one spot. You end up wasting a lot of ammo, which is really unfortunate. Also, this bow really isn't the best thing for training in the higher rounds, and speaking of higher rounds, it likes to kill the last zombie every single. It's really annoying when you have one zombie and you're trying to do something and you accidentally shoot your bow just a single shot and the skulls come up. It will hunt that last zombie down and it will kill it. And I can't tell you how many times I've accidentally killed the last zombie because of this bow. The last con that I have for this bow is it cannot be upgraded in higher rounds, and I've tried doing it. Horrible idea. If you're planning on upgrading all 4 bows and you're playing solo or you're playing co-op and you're stuck with the skull bow, I shouldn't say stuck with the skull bow, because that's no. If you have to do the skull bow or you volunteer to do the skull bow, make sure you do that early on, because the higher you go, the harder it gets, especially knifing that zombie. You want to do that early on when it's like a couple knives to kill him. If you're doing this on around 35, you'll be there for like 20 minutes knifing that guy and collecting the symbols and doing all that stuff. You want to do this as soon as possible, or getting the crawlers. Just do this bow as soon as possible, because once you go to the higher rounds, just forget about trying to upgrade this bow, because you'll probably end up killing yourself. So anyways, guys, that is all I have. I know the pros list was a little bit bigger, but I feel like the cons list that I had, it was some of these cons were really big. Like they're huge things, and it's hard to ignore some of these, especially that time from shooting the bow to the time of the zombies standing in one spot. That to me is the biggest thing, and I still think that this bow is the worst out of the 4. I'm really glad that they did fix the upgrade process. It makes it a lot easier now, and like I said, guys, this bow is always available. So if you can get good with this bow, then you can have it whenever you want, because no one else is ever going to take this bow. So like I said, I think out of the 4 bows, this bow is the worst. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, of course, the other bows, leave the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.